Hi besties, welcome back to another wonderful tutorial. This is part 6 of our step-by-step beginner friendly series. If you've mixed 1 to 5, please make sure you go through them at any time. You're going to really love those tutorials. They are very rich, like very packed and very friendly, so you're going to love it. But if you're just joining us for the first time, hi, my name is Vinti. I'm a Canadian-based Nigerian content creator. So you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram using the same handle, CEO Vinti. In this part 6, I'm going to be showing you how to contour and how to apply your blush and how to use your bronzer. You can see we've done our foundation, we've done our concealer, but our face is looking straight and one-dimensional. Some people can stop here, but you don't need to stop there. This is 2025. Come on. We have to bring back all those warmth and dimension to the face. And that is where contour, bronzer, blush comes in. And honestly, this is the fun part of makeup because that's where all the colors start to come in. When it comes to blush products, there is a lot. There is powder, there is liquid, and there is cream. People like to use whatever works for them. So I'm going to keep it very simple, and we are going to use just powdered blush for this tutorial. The only difference is that when you do a liquid or cream blush before a powdered blush, it's going to last longer throughout the day. But if you just do a powdered blush, it's going to last, or if you set really well, but it's not going to last as the other ones. After this series is done, I'm going to do another blush placement video where we're going to use like the liquid blush. That time you would have graduated from beginner. You're no longer a beginner makeup learner. So let's keep it simple in this one. Now for contour and bronzer, I know a lot of people mix up these two, so I'm going to briefly tell you the difference between a contour and a bronzer. So these two are supposed to be contour stick. This is a contour stick, like a cream, and this is a liquid, but this is very warm tone. I'm going to show you what I mean. Now let's swatch both of them. You can see this is very warm, okay? While this is very cool tone and a little bit muddy. So you can see this is warm, this is muddy. So that is the difference. That is one of the difference between contour and bronzer. This one is a contour as well, but I use it as a bronzer because it's too warm to serve as a contour for me. So your contour is usually cool tone and a little bit muddy looking. I don't know, if you look at this, it looks like a little bit muddy and very cool tone, but bronzer is very warm and it brings back warmth in the face. So we are going to be using a contour and a bronzer, and I'm going to be showing you different placements before we go to our blush. Another difference is that you use your contour to add depth to your face. You know, that's why you place it at the hollows of your cheeks, at your temples, right here and there, but you use a bronzer to add warmth to your face. I know that sounds like a lot, but let's just do that in real time. For placement, I'm going to place my bronzer just slightly above my the hollows of my cheek. If you do like this, that's the hollows of your cheek right here. So I'm going to place this slightly above it this way. So that is how I place my bronzer. But when it comes to contour, I like to place this exactly at the hollows of my cheeks. I already know where it is, but if you don't know, you can do that and just trace that out towards your ear. And I'm going to just place that right there. So you can see this is very warm, while this is very cool, okay? So to blend the contour, I like to push it upwards, like slightly, just not too much, because you know our bronzer will go here. So I like to give this one like the shadow here. Never blend down, it's going to make your face look droopy and old. So blend your contour upwards this way. Now we're going to blend our bronzer. I like to blend upwards too. Also make sure you blend upwards, don't blend it downwards. And this one can actually spread just a little bit and it extends towards our blush. Remember, we're going to place our blush somewhere here. So push your bronzer that way and it's going to really warm up your face nice. This is like more snatched while this place is warmer. So that is the difference between a contour and a bronzer. So you can use one or the other, or you can choose to use both of them if you will not confuse yourself. So remember, our contour is here, so I'm going to place my bronzer just above my contour and let's blend that out. And the contour, we are going to place that just at the hollows of our cheeks and blend that almost in place but slightly upwards, okay, so that it will transition smoothly into our bronzer. But that's not the only place you use your contour. You also use your contour to carve out your jawline. You place that here this way and here this way. And I don't like to bring it all the way to meet it because then I'm going to be shortening my face. It's going to look a little bit rounder. So you have to also learn to contour according to your face type, like this and like this. And you also place your contour at the temples here and there. And then I use a brush to pick up the contour and use that at the bridge of my nose. This is how you get your nose snatched, okay? Feel free to make this smaller or bigger depending on your nose type. So if you have a big nose, if you want it smaller, make sure you go in a little bit more. But this is how I like to do my own. And we are going to blend all of that out. Let's blend out our jawline, blend it downwards. Remember, we are adding shadow so that it's going to look smaller and like sharper than it actually is. And for the temple, blend it into your hair. This is how you find your temples is a little bit hollow here. Okay, it's a little bit hollow. If you touch here, that's where you place it. My lace wig is covering most of it, but this is the placement. And blend out the nose as well. You can see how my nose looks snatched already. Yeah, that's what we want. Now we're going to use a powdered bronzer to go over all this place we put our bronzer and our contour. Even if you don't have a liquid bronzer, you can also get a powdered bronzer. That will also warm up your face really, really nice. Actually, as a beginner, powdered products are actually more beginner friendly than cream products because those ones require a lot of blending. But remember, whenever you pick up your powdered product, always tap off the excess because you don't want to pack all the products in the world. You just want... You can build it up, actually. You can build it up. If you need more, you can always go back for more than having too much and then having to wipe it. And that is it for contour and bronzer. If you followed up to this point, you should know how to do your contour and your bronzer. But if you're feeling confused about anything, ask me in the comment section. I'll always answer and I'll always address your concerns. Now let's get into our blush. Today we are going to be using only powdered blush, and I'm going to be using this palette from NARS Cosmetics. And I've had this one for ages. I'm sure it's probably expired. I don't know. I don't even know if they make this one anymore, but we're going to use that. And for this look, I'm going to be using the red. I've been loving red a lot on my skin lately. I'm going to use a fluffy blush brush, and I'm going to use that to pick up my blush. Make sure it's all over it, and then tap off the excess. Now for blush placement, you can see where we have our contour and our concealer. So our blush comes in between, and I like to place my blush very high. That way everything, actually when you put everything high, it gives your face a very lifted look. And some people like to just put their blush, you know, just in the middle. Try and put it upwards a little bit to your temple, and that will make a lot of difference. So I'm going to come here. You can see there is a line here that feels like it's separating both. That's where I'm going to apply my blush. And don't be afraid to bring it very close under your eyes, okay? And just like that, look at how pretty our face looks. Like, you cannot tell me you don't see the difference. Don't be afraid to use blush. When you master how to use your blush, my blush has fallen. When you master how to use blush, you're going to be a blush girly for life because, like, look at that. So remember, I'm going to place it in the middle, the place that separates the concealer and the bronzer, and I'm going to place that and drag it upwards. Remember I said feel free to bring it under your eyes this way. It makes it like, gives it an easy transition upwards. This is what we are doing. And remember, I'm not swiping, okay? I am tapping that into everything. You just tap it into your skin. That way they're going to last a lot longer. Don't be scared that the blush will touch the bronzer. Of course, it's going to definitely touch the bronzer, but you're not supposed to see like where the blush stops and the bronzer starts. So blend that so that it will transition very, very smoothly. And if you ever feel like you have too much blush, you can always use your powder, you know, and diffuse that a little bit. You can see how this looks softer than this part. That's what I mean by diffusing it. And just like that, you can see how our face has more color, more warmth, more dimension compared to how we started with just the concealer and the foundation. So concealer and foundation is okay, but it's definitely not for me, and it shouldn't be for you. Have fun with your makeup. Makeup should be fun. Even if you're doing a soft glam or a heavy glam, learn how to play with all these colors. It makes a lot of difference. So I hope now you've learned the difference between contour and bronzer and how to apply blush properly to your face. Use it to lift your face. Don't be scared to bring it close to your under eyes, especially when you're brightening your inner corners, and that will make it look really, really good. Everybody will be asking you, who did your makeup? Who did? Professional? No, you're not a professional, but they will not know. Tell them it's that girl Vinti on YouTube that taught you. So if this video has helped reduce your fear for blush or your fear for bronzer and contour, leave me a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section what you think about this tutorial. If you liked this tutorial, let me know in the comment section whatever you want us to do, or if you need me to clarify any other thing, let me know in the comment section as well. Our step-by-step makeup series part 7 is going to be lip combo for beginners. I'm going to show you maybe 2 or 3 different lip combos for beginners, how to line your lips, overlining and underlining your lips. And we are going to also do the final finishing touches for your makeup, like highlighter, highlighting your nose, highlighting your cheekbones, your brow bones. We are going to do all of that in our final video. That will be part 7. Oh my god, I'm really going to mix this series. I had a lot of fun making this series, but of course we are still going to make more videos. By that time, we're going to do a little bit more advanced videos. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. And thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you will see our next video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.